live from Medina, Saudi Arabia. Really sad because I'll be leaving today. I think the last time I was on live, I was waiting for my dad at the airport and I couldn't find him. So let me update you guys on what happened, actually. My dad is, I think where we get the socialness from is from my father. Let's just say he met some Somali fathers like him, Somali young guys as well, on the flight. And then I was waiting for him. And then these guys said to him, because he couldn't find me, they said, Adher, we're not leaving you at the airport. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take you with us to our hotel, and then when you get a hold of your daughter, she'll be able to pick you up from there. Abu, isn't that true?
That's true.
Why I was so upset is my dad, I went there 3 hours earlier. You guys remember, some of you guys have seen on Snapchat. I went 3 hours earlier and I was like, okay, you know what? I have to get my dad. I prayed at the masjid. The Uber driver was amazing. He's like, this is where you pray. This is the girls section. You remember all that? Okay. So long story short, when I couldn't find my father after an hour and a half, he WhatsApps me and leaves a voice note and says, Abu, I am in such and such place. And then when I went to get him, one of the guys that was with him said, oh my God, I saw you at the airport, but I didn't know that you were his daughter. I was like, couldn't they have pointed out to my dad that there's a Somali girl there, can that be your daughter? Instead, they just took him away and they took him to their airport. And that's Somali hospitality. I'm not even going to be mad. They took care of him. All they cared about was that he was not at the airport alone. They just assumed that his daughter would be a lot older, they said, because he's an old man. I said, I am older. I'm a grown woman with like so many children. But that's what he said to me.
That's true.
أنا قفوين أرادناي قبرير مؤمنين. I said قبرير. I said excuse me. So anyways, I promised that I would update you guys. I found my dad, but what I wanted to tell you guys is this was a once in a lifetime opportunity. When I tell you the power of dream du'as, I took a course called Visionary Ramadan by a man, Rahimullah, Allah, he has now passed, but still teaches that course beyond the grave. He teaches it via Zoom, and he has life coaches that he also trained that also help guide you through this program. It's a 2-week, every Ramadan program called Visionary Ramadan. So I took that course about 2 years ago before I gave birth to the twins, and I said, you know what, I'm going to learn how to make these dream du'as. So I don't want to give the whole course away. I do recommend that you guys take this course. I don't work for Discover You or Visionary Ramadan. I just like to spread good news. I'm not a gatekeeper of information. Assalamu alaikum. I'm not a gatekeeper of information. So what I do is I like to share things that work for me. So when I took that course, I was so shocked that in my life, I never thought to ask Allah for what I wanted specifically. I think we would say things like Ilahi wa afi, Ilahi o, afi madisi. But I learned through that course that you can ask specifically for things that you want, and you use Allah's name, and there's a whole bunch of other things. Alaikum assalam, Joe. So I really realized that there's so many. Someone said, "What are you looking at?" I don't know. I'm on a live, Tanika. Don't throw me off. But anyways, so I really recommend for you guys to take that course. I did promise myself that I'd go on more YouTube lives because I've mastered TikTok lives. I'm not scared of Snapchat, but I still fear this thing called YouTube. So what I decided is every time I take a journey or anytime I'm doing something, just hop on a live. Then I don't have to edit. I mean, I'm raising a lot of children, so it's not really easy for me to spend hours editing, taking footage. So I just decided, you know what? Why not take people with me on this thing called life that I know when people ask me, how did you do that? You have 8 children. How did you do that? How did you go there? So all the questions people have, I think if I start, hey Elliot, if I start just sharing whenever I can, what I'm doing, what my dreams are, my aspirations. So for those of you who don't know me and are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Habiba Ali. I got or became viral, playing or portraying a character called Hala Haji. Hala Haji is a 50-plus Somali rapper who enjoys just comedy and stuff like that, which really and truly is a personification of myself. I don't know if you guys know people who have anxiety or struggle with depression. They sometimes find it easier to play a character instead of playing their own selves. So now I'm here in front of all of you, willing to be vulnerable, willing to share my journey of life and everything that I go through. So now we're wrapping up Umrah. Alba, what did you think of Umrah?
We think Allah accepted us.
We think and we hope.
We hope.
We hope that Allah accepted our Umrah. I think right before you start your Umrah, you say Labbaik, Allahumma, Allahumma, I think, Labbaik, Allahumma bi Umrah, right? May Allah accept our Umrah. So Umrah, for those of you who don't know, who are not Muslim, is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not the same reward as Hajj. Hajj is the thing that in Islam you have to literally aspire to and try to do in your life. ACB 1312. I can't even read what you wrote because it's blasphemous. Thank God later on when I post, people won't see it. And Jesus, we love Jesus. His name is Isa alayhi salam, son of Mary. We love him so much. He's one of our prophets. We know him personally. We have his story in our Quran, how he was so righteous, how he was an amazing child, how Mary, his mom, was so righteous and so amazing. So we know about Jesus. So I don't even want to read the first thing that you wrote because it's very blasphemous for me to repeat that. As a Muslim, I'm not able to do that. So I am going on 7 minutes, and my anxiety sometimes just subsides as I keep talking. So this footage is for people who struggle with anything that they love to do that is hard for them. So I wanted to be a content creator for a very long time. I am in some capacity comfortable with other platforms, but I am not comfortable on the YouTube platform because I don't know, for some reason, I know that YouTube, a lot more people can watch it. It's solidified with TikTok. When I do a live, I don't have to post it. I never do really. So it's not there. I think what gives me anxiety or gives me a lot of fear is the fact that this is going to be etched in history. And I'm always like, thank God I didn't know about lives and YouTube when I was going through some stuff. And I'm hoping through me sharing my journey with all of you that I'm able to even delve deep a little bit more into what it is that I've actually gone through in my 40 years of existence and tackle some of the fears head on, things that I've always wanted to do, things that I've always wanted to try, and being on YouTube is one of them. So I lead a pretty interesting life where I meet a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, a lot of people who sometimes are considered famous in this world. I'm not a huge person on celebrityism because I don't understand why people go crazy over another person just like them. I think we're all similar in status. There's nobody who's higher or has a hierarchy and better than anyone else. So this is why I literally have a hard time when people be like, are you Hala Haji? Oh my God, I can't believe I met you. I can't. So it's been really hard to take in. But at the same time, I do appreciate people who love my work. That's not the issue. It's the issue of people saying, I can't believe you talk to me. I can't believe you're real. I can't believe. Why can't you believe it? I'm human just like you. I have needs, wants, a family, everything just like you. So celebrities, I think they're given too much status, too much following in the sense of just people kind of almost worshiping them, Subhanallah. So I don't want to go into that. That's not why I'm here. But I wanted to update everyone that I did find my father. I did, if you guys are wondering how I'm hands-free, when I was in Medina, I bought this thing that you just kind of put on the wall and you can just talk. That was fascinating to me. I think it shows my age that technology has come a long way because when you're using your phone, it's not the best thing. And I should have turned on the lights all the way before I started the live, but I think it makes it more interesting that I forgot because I can't believe that I'm kind of in the dark. I can turn on more lights here in our Airbnb. And I'm actually leaving to go to the airport, and then I'll fill you guys in on where I'm going in the next live, what I'm doing. It is a surprise. It is a sense of like, I can't share it right now. There is a sense of urgency to not share it. Because it might affect certain people. But at the same time, I do want everyone to know that I am going to be more on this platform as much as I can. I am raising children. It is not easy, like I always say. And I wanted to salam all of you guys, tell you guys that Umrah was a dream come true. The ability to be in Medina, the fact that we got to go to Masjid Quba. Did you guys know that if you pray 2 rak'ah at Masjid Quba, it's the equivalent of an Umrah? So not only did we do Umrah, we prayed at Masjid Quba, which is the equivalent in reward to like Umrah. So it's a lot of rewards. May Allah accept all of our good deeds. I know that I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, and Allah invited me this year. Another thing we believe as Muslims is you only go to Umrah or Hajj, Allah's home, which is what we consider the Kaaba, the Masjid Haram, but you only come through Allah's invitation. You can't just, you can plan all you want, you can save up the money, but if Allah doesn't invite you, we believe as Muslims you're not going to go. So I think this is the closest thing to being white, because it's a privilege. Is this how white people feel when they're walking around, just to have privilege? So I'm very privileged to be invited to the house of Allah. I'm very privileged to have done Umrah, and I'm very privileged to be telling all of you guys about it. I want to wish you guys all luck in your journey. Eid Mubarak. For those of you celebrating, every one of you, you're my loved ones. I want to tell you, I'm really, really happy that I'm able to wish you guys Eid Mubarak. I am in Saudi Arabia, so they did spot the moon. I've always hear about the moon, but I'm only in Canada or somewhere else. So to be in Saudi Arabia, to be in Medina, is just another level of happiness that I have. So I wanted to end right there and tell you guys that I will be attempting more of these lives. I will show you guys more of what it is that I'm doing. And Abo, is there anything you want to say to my subscribers?
Everything we need, you say it. We are okay. Inshallah, that is a nice history.
MashaAllah. That's a nice story. He said that. I said, my dad's my biggest fan. I'm his biggest fan. I love him so much. May Allah give him health. Everyone say Ameen. May Allah give him, Emri Der, which in Somali just means may he have a long life that's prosperous and healthy. I want to say Assalamu alaikum. That's a greeting of peace between Muslims and to the world. And have a wonderful night, guys. Assalamu alaikum.